All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing? Oh, my goodness. Okay, here. Okay, I just want to make sure everything's okay. I just got off, my therapy session with my therapist, and I'm always like, yeah, okay, bye, bye, because I have to get this live stream up. So, okay, just excuse me while I mix myself up a little bit. Oh man. Okay. Like, what's up with this hair back here? I'm like, oh, what's up with this? Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Yeah, as I said, right, I'm just kind of just getting myself together here because yeah, I'm just making sure that everything is working properly. Making sure the stream is good. Okay, cool. How do I sound? How do I look? Yeah, if it's not Thursday, I have plenty of time to get our live stream set up. But when it's on Thursday, right? Thursday, I am trying to end my therapy appointment and it's 11:58 and I'm like, yeah, okay, right. Okay, bye. Yeah, I'll talk to you next week. Right? But anyway, I'm so glad you guys made it. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. It is yeah, it is going to be on Steve Shirilla. I decided let's go ahead and switch gears today. I know so many people are like, can we do something other than Christopher? Right? Because, hey, I get it. Okay, I get it. Sometimes it's just way too much, right? Dealing with Chris and Nicole Kessinger, especially having to hear the lawnmower sounds every single day, I'm sure it does something to our brains, right? So, even if you don't have concussions, you probably end up with concussion symptoms at the end of it. So, hey, I hear you. So, because of that, we are going to listen to another concussion symptom. We're just gonna deal with other people. This guy. Yeah, so why not? Why not? People are asking me where my glasses. My glasses are right here. I'm not wearing them today because I do want to give my eyes the proper, I don't know, the opportunity to recover on their own. I was reading that if you wear these for too long, your eyes eventually end up getting used to the yellow light or whatever, and so then you're not really fully recovered because it delays your recovery process. So hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and just push through, right? Screw it, whatever, right? Whatever gets me um recovered faster. It is hot. Yes, it is definitely hot. Yeah, you see me, I may as well just be wearing a brown bikini here. No, no, never. Never, never. I will never wear a brown bikini. Or who knows, maybe. I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm not wearing a brown bikini, but I'm just out here, it's hot. And as you know, I'm not gonna turn on my AC unless I have a literal flame on my head. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, love to see everybody here. Hi, Shelly. Hey, Julia. Hey, Eric, Raven, Julie, Britt, Tammy. Hello, Lehigh. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. It's coming from True Crime This Week. So go ahead and check them out. Give them a thumbs up as well. They did an excellent job at getting some of this information from Steve Shirilla himself. So yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's listen to another delusional parent, right? So it's not just Ronnie and Cindy and all these other delusional people. Yeah, it's these people as well. Yeah, so let's go ahead and listen in.
Opinion as to what you think happened in the car that night. I have my own thoughts on this, and when the documentary was being produced, I heard from Kenzie's parents, and never had the opportunity to sit down with them. But Steve, Mackenzie's father, reached out to me last week and asked if I'd be interested in an interview, and of course, I want to hear what he has to say. So I sat down with him yesterday, and we spoke for about an hour, and I want to share that interview with you today. I did learn some new things. There's some new facts about the case that I didn't know that certainly causes me to not really change my opinion, but it does change the way I see the accident itself. So, uh, without saying more, here is the interview with Kenzie Shirilla's father, Steve. Steve, my first question is, what is it like to be a part of the biggest documentary on Netflix
Uh,
currently?
All right, I don't know. Can you guys hear? Are you guys able to hear Gia just screaming? Okay, Gia, come on. Yeah, I think she wants to join in. She wants to say hi to you guys. So she's over here just screaming. Mabenzi? Mabenzi? What? I know people call her Mackenzie, right? Mackenzie Shirilla or Mackenzie Chinchilla, because that's what she's trying to wear in prison. Where's my chinchilla? No, you don't get that, lady. You are in prison. But as we see here, right, we already see Big Bird wearing we already see we already see Big Bird trying to match with his daughter, right? He's wearing orange, right? He's trying to match with her. Hey, I'm in solidarity with my daughter. Let me wear orange because, of course, she's in an orange jumpsuit. So, yeah, as we see here, he's trying to match with his daughter, dearest. So, anyway, let's go ahead and continue listening.
wow, that's it's mixed. I I was hoping during this process we would get Mackenzie's story out, or what happened to Mackenzie, and not necessarily what everybody's heard or what everybody keeps gleaming off of misinformation. And I want to say, I was promised that it would be fair, but that's what my illusion to what was going on. That I thought they came to us thinking that my daughter is a monster and that she did this and she's hell on wheels and she picked that road and blah blah blah. You know what the judge said. But I think after they started talking to us, I think we opened their eyes to, well, maybe there's something funny going on here, and that's where I thought it was.
Okay. All right. Okay, he's already saying a lot. He's like, people are saying that my daughter is hell on wheels or, whatever the judge said. Yeah, I mean, his daughter went through a full trial, right? It wasn't a full jury trial, but it was a bench trial, right? So they went to a bench trial because they thought that the jury would go easier on Mackenzie. Little did they know that the judge was like, nope, I can definitely see right through your bullshit. And so because of that, he's like, "Oh my god, everyone saw right through her BS except for me." Right? So now he's saying, "Oh, whatever the judge said, ignore it. Ignore it. She's not she doesn't know too much about this case." Yet she's the judge who made the ultimate decision, right? So again, a lot of delusion. She has already been found guilty of this. And so, what is the issue here, right? What is it? Bro, right? Tell us what it is that you see because the rest of the public, we don't see it. Where's her innocence? Oh man. Yes, hotter than a chili pepper here. It is hot. It is hot. It is hey, we're in July now. It is 81 degrees here in this room. So anyway, it's probably hotter too with all these bright lights. Let's continue.
And then when it came out, a lot of the stuff we talked about just wasn't there. There wasn't a lot about the fact that there's no evidence of premeditation, prior calculation or intent. It's not there, and every troll online can tell me, oh yeah, she did it, she did it, she did it, she did it, all this, and oh, she was speeding down that road and she didn't hit her brakes. Well, she didn't hit her brakes for 4.74 seconds of that ride. That's the only information they have. 4 points. That's when the black box turned on, about 5 or 6 seconds before she crossed Almeida Road and before it went into the building. Something happened in that car that caused that black box to turn on, which was, I think, the car from.
Yeah, something happened in that car that made the black box turn on. That was your daughter running 100 miles an hour straight into a brick wall. Hello? What is this guy saying? He's saying, "Oh, all the trolls are telling me that your daughter did it." Yeah, she did. And I mean, these people, right? These online trolls, These all nine trolls are telling him, oh my God, all of this was premeditated. Yeah, that's because, again, it was found that it was premeditated based on all of her text messages, based on the testimony from other people, right? Other friends that knew Mackenzie, people who knew that it's best not to get in the car with Mackenzie when she's threatening to run her car straight into a wall. I mean, this has been done before. It wasn't the only time that Mackenzie drove her car into the wall. She has threatened to do it before. She has even said things like, I'm gonna kill somebody. Oh my God, right? Like somebody said it in one of our last live streams, and if you're here, please let me know. Someone said it, and they said that she had a fatal tantrum, a fatal temper tantrum. That is the best way to put this exact situation because that's what happened. She had a temper tantrum, only this time it ended up being fatal, not for her, but for the passengers in the car. So, of course, she is responsible for what happened. Even even if it was an accident, right? Even if she's like, "Oh, I was just angry and this was in the heat of the moment." You know, maybe he might be trying to say that it might be a manslaughter case instead of premeditated murder. That might just be the thing that he's trying to say here. But regardless, that is not the point, right? The point is that she was found to be guilty of murder, not manslaughter, murder, because it was found that it was premeditated. That's the point here. But he's not accepting that as an answer. He's like, no, 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 the judge is wrong. Yeah. The judge that we chose to be more lenient on our daughter, she ended up being wrong. Darn it. We should have just gone through a jury trial, right? I definitely feel the regret in his voice. He's like, dang, I should have just chosen a jury trial. He thought that maybe the judge was going to see what they see in their daughter. Oh, she's so sweet. All you have to do is spend 5 minutes with her, and she's going to tell you how ugly your eyelashes are. She's going to tell you, oh my God, you have way too many split ends, girl. I don't like you because I don't like that your name is also Mackenzie, right? Like all these things that they want the judge to get to know her on. Like, it's probably a bad idea. Right? It's probably a good thing that the judge didn't spend 5 minutes with Mackenzie because it probably would have ended up way worse for her. But anyway, what do you guys think? Oh man. Yeah, everyone's just super hot today, huh? Um, Makilla. She has never been disciplined and therefore turned into an out of control psycho because her parents are pushovers. Exactly. I agree with the murder charge. Same. I agree with the murder charge. I think that that's exactly what she needed to get because she needs to be taught a lesson here. The lesson is you can't be driving at 100 miles an hour and think that people are not going to die. Stop it with your little temper tantrums. You're a little too big to be doing this, right? Oh my God. Anyway, let's continue.
Our car expert that we talked to said that the car thought it was flipping over, so the black box turned on and started recording the car information in a non-linear sort of way, and that's important, that non-linear sort of way, and it deployed both side airbags. And I'm sorry, side airbags don't just go pillow fight. You know, it's not a soft explosion. It's a boom, and then there's powder all over there's powder floating in the car, in the cabin of the car.
Are you saying the airbags deployed before the accident?
Both side airbags deployed prior to her car crossing the street to hit the sign to get veered into the building.
That seems like a pretty big piece of information that
Is he for real right now? Oh, hold on. So he's saying that the airbags deployed before she hit the wall? If that's the case, then that means that whatever impact she made before she hit the wall was significant enough for those airbags to deploy. All right. So, and I'm saying this from experience, right? Experience from 2 weeks ago. When I hit the deer going at what, 50 miles an hour, it wasn't even that fast, okay? Mackenzie was going at almost 100. What was it? Between 96, 98 miles an hour. We were going at 50 and we hit a deer. All right. So going from 50 to 0, right? That impact, right? It's just, I mean, it's physics. It's physics. You're going at 60 miles an hour, or he's saying that, what was it? 98. Okay, so if you're going 98 miles an hour and before you even hit the wall, right? If you were to hit something else, so let's say the curb or something, and it made a significant impact, yeah, the airbags could deploy. What happened to us, right? We were going at 50. As soon as we hit the deer, that impact made it so that every single airbag in the car deployed, every single one. The front two, the side curtains is what they're called, and then the back ones also deployed, every single one, because of the impact. He is saying, right? He's saying that there's something wrong with the car, and that if those side airbags deployed before hitting the wall, then it's an issue with the car. No, it isn't. If she jumped the fucking curb going at 100 miles an hour, that is a significant impact for the airbags to deploy, right? Is that not? I mean, somebody please let me know, and please correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody here works with cars or they know anything about impact, let us know, because at least this is what happened, in our situation. And I would definitely see something similar happening to Mackenzie if she's driving at 100 miles an hour down the road. She hit the sign before the building. Exactly, right? Okay, so then she definitely hit something else, right? She hit a sign at such speed that the airbags deployed. Right. So there's something that she hit that made it so that the car knew that there's impact, right? I mean, physics doesn't lie. The airbags are not just going to deploy because there's a little bit of wind or because you hit a mosquito, right? That's not how these things work. Right. Yeah. So she hit the sign. Exactly. So what is he saying then? Let's see if he mentions the sign. He might not even mention the sign then. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and listen to this again.
Don't just go, pillow fight, said that the car thought it was flipping over. So the black box turned on and started recording the car information in a non-linear sort of way. And that's important, that non-linear sort of way. And it deployed both side airbags. And I'm sorry, side airbags don't just go, pillow fight. It's not a soft explosion. It's a boom. And then there's powder all over there's powder floating in the car, in the cabin of the car.
Are you saying the airbags deployed before the accident?
Both side airbags deployed prior to her car crossing the street to hit the sign to get veered into the building.
That seems like a pretty big piece of information that we didn't get.
So he said that the airbags deployed prior to hitting the sign. Is that what he just said? Prior to hitting the sign. So they deployed prior to making it to the street where she hit the sign. So he's saying, yeah, it was before the sign. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. He mentions the sign in another interview that Natalie is watching over him. What? Really? Yes, and the speed. Yeah, they all affect the deployment on impact. Exactly. So I don't think he's getting this right. If she hit the sign, then of course the airbags are going to deploy. Even if she hits the curb. If she hits the curb going at 100 miles an hour, that is significant enough for the car to think that it's rolling over and for the side airbags to deploy. I mean, it's not really that far-fetched to think that they're just going to deploy. Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, she jumped the curb first and then it hit the sign later. Boom. Okay. Again, come on. Come on. He's blaming it on the car now and the airbags? Oh, they were defective. No, the fuck they weren't. No, they weren't. Those airbags saved her life. It's because she was wearing seatbelts and because she was, those airbags deployed after impact that she survived the impact. Now he's saying, oh, it was the car. Oh, there's something wrong with the car, apparently. Oh my God. I was going at 35 miles an hour, slid over a road and had a terrible accident, but no airbags. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Wait, did you roll over? Yeah. I wonder if at 35, it's still too slow for the airbags to deploy. But if the car feels that it's rolling over, they usually do deploy, right? And that's what he's saying here too. So yeah, that's interesting. I do want to look up the non-linear thing that he mentions. He's like, oh, it's non-linear. That's very important. Non-linear. whatever that means. I'm going to go ahead and look it up, but let's go ahead and keep listening while I look up what he means by nonlinear.
Yeah, I wonder why the prosecution didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they had it. They got the black box information. The black box is a nonlinear function. It's like an airport, airplane black box, but it doesn't record sound and what's going on in the cabin. It records mechanical aspects of the car, braking, accelerating, blah blah, that kind of stuff. So the only actual evidence, hard, knock on wood, evidence is from 4.74 seconds of that black box.
Yeah.
That's not talking what happened prior.
Yeah.
All the way to when she turned. That's another what?
So everything we saw in that video of her speeding at
Okay. So he's definitely grasping at straws here, in my opinion. He is trying very hard to blame it on technology. All right, so I Googled non-linear airbag deployment, and this is what it popped up. In automotive safety, non-linear airbag deployment refers to the use of multi-stage inflators that adjust inflation force and timing in a non-linear manner rather than a single explosive deployment. They adapt to a crash severity, occupant weight, and seating proximity to reduce deployment injuries. Okay. The benefits, all right, I guess. This nonlinear control prevents the airbag from deploying with full 200-mile, with the full 200-mile per hour force when it isn't necessary, which can cause abrasions, right? Just like my eyeball. I got an abrasion in my eye, broken bones, or severe impacts in an occupant if an occupant is sitting too close to the dashboard. Huh? Okay, so he's saying that the side airbags deployed, they didn't deploy at a 200-mile per hour force because I guess it was trying to figure out whether or not the car was flipping over. Is that what's going on here? What? He brings this up as if it's, be all end all, right? He's like, oh, this is the word that is going to make Mackenzie be innocent, right? Like, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and acquit her because of the nonlinear control panels. Like, okay, really? What he thinks that this is going to get her out of prison. Okay, again, it doesn't make any sense. Not to me. What do you guys think? It still doesn't explain away the fact that it was his daughter who put her foot on the gas exactly to go at 100 miles an hour. Exactly, Erikisa, exactly. None of this explains why Mackenzie was pressing on the gas pedal at 100 miles an hour, right? It does not explain it. In his mind, though, the concussion, or it wasn't the concussion, it was the POTS, right? It's the POTS. The POTS is what made her lose consciousness and then put her foot down, all the way down, going at 100 miles an hour somehow, right? As if people who are incapacitated press on the gas pedal to go faster. That's not what happens. You usually go limp, right? You're like, oh no. And then your foot ends up off of the gas pedal, not on it. Right? It's the opposite that happens. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep listening. We already looked this up. To me, it makes no sense, but let's continue.
That last moment,
Yeah.
that's after the black box turned on.
and after the airbags deployed.
Mhm.
So
And,
it could just be, 3 kids in the car freaking out because
Sasquatch could have popped in the car. Anything.
I mean it would be
What? No fucking way. The guy is blaming it on Sasquatch? What? So what? There's another Nicole Kessinger sighting? Oh my God, blame it on Nicole. It was Nicole. Oh, come on. Okay, so Bigfoot pooped in the car. What in the world? No way. Let's listen to that again. He's saying that it was Sasquatch. Sasquatch either pooped in the car, or no, he didn't poop. He popped. What the hell? This is so insane.
deployed.
Mhm.
So
And,
it could just be, 3 kids in the car freaking out because
Sasquatch could have popped in the car. Anything.
I mean, it would be hard to drive.
Yeah, well, the car expert said,
Yeah, I agree. It would be really hard to drive if Sasquatch is pooping in your car, right? You're like, holy shit. Hey, Sasquatch, can you just not shit in my car? I'm trying to drive here. I definitely give him that. But is he really blaming fucking Sasquatch right now? Is he really doing that? He's really blaming the Yeti, what? The Loch Ness Monster, Chupacabra. Like, who's next? Who the fuck is next? Oh my god. This is so nuts. Yeah, he's full of poop.
he said nobody anybody in that car would be disoriented because of the two explosions and the powder floating around. You wouldn't be able to see. So now I can't explain the speed. Oh, sorry. I can't explain the speed, but that road is a cut through in Strongsville, and the police know it.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it.
He says, I can't explain the speed. Yeah, because it's not convenient for him, right? It does not benefit him to explain the speed. The speed was 100 miles an hour. How do you explain it other than your daughter was going at 100 miles an hour? There's no other explanation other than she was driving recklessly. Like, hello? What, he's going to blame it on the Loch Ness Monster? Oh, the Loch Ness Monster's tail was dangling. Oh, it's probably just, it was Free Willy. It was Willy. It's the whale. The whale just weighs too much. His fin was probably on the gas pedal. Who knows, really? Was it Sasquatch? Is this guy so for real right now? I think he's actually worse than Natalie, right? I think he's worse. You guys let me know what you think.
Been down that road at a pretty good clip at times. Not saying it's right. I'm not saying okay, it's not at all.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut for where she goes. And plus, Dom did not like going down Pearl Road. He liked
Why didn't he like going down Pearl Road?
He sold drugs, or at least my understanding is he sold marijuana at this time. And if he got pulled over and he had marijuana on him, he would go to jail.
There's lots of police.
And there's a lot of police, and they sit in the shops all the way up Pearl, and they don't really sit back in that Industrial Parkway. Like I said, it's a cut through. It's a quick cut through, and he always made her go down through that way. Even on her prom, her mom, Christine Russo and Dom made her go down that road. She's even, and I wish my cousin passed away a couple months ago, and he could have attested because he was in the car with us. But but my understanding is we go down that road all the time, and even in the bindover or the bindover.
I am at a loss for words. Wow. Oh, wow. What the fuck did we just watch? It's so weird that he felt the need to bring up this road that Dom didn't want to go down. But then he did so because he wanted to bring to attention that Dom sold drugs. It's so gross. Why? Why? And then he goes on and he stumbles through the rest of his storytelling because he knows that he messed up, right? Because in a way, he's bringing back again, right? This is a murdered person. This is someone who is not here anymore to defend himself. And Mackenzie's dad is bringing up things that he did, supposedly, right? I don't really even know, right? Did he sell drugs? Whatever. But the point is that he's bringing up something that is irrelevant, right? It is irrelevant to this case because it's not relevant to what happened to him, right? It's not relevant to what happened to Dom. And so he's bringing up basically something to almost ruin his character, right? It's so scummy. It's so scummy. I, you know, ugh, like I said, I'm just kind of shocked right now. Let's go ahead and listen to this again. I can't believe he just said that. What the hell?
He he sold. Oh, sorry. I can't explain the speed, but that road is a cut through.
And this is the other part too, right? Is he's not able to explain his daughter's speed. And so because of that, I think that because he was put in a really tough spot here where he's being asked about his daughter's speed, he then changes the subject and then puts it back on Dom. Right? I think this is the grossest part about this is that rather than talk about what his daughter did, he's talking about what one of the victims used to do when he was alive. And oh, this is why they didn't go down this road. And it was because of mm, uh, mm, Dom sold drugs. Right? He's pretending that he doesn't want to say it. And oh, I don't want to disrespect people, but I need to tell you this. He sold drugs. What's the point? Why do we care? Right? It's not relevant to the case. Oh my God.
Strongsville, and the police know it.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it. I've been down that road at a pretty good clip at times. Not saying it's right. I'm not saying okay, it's not at all.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut for where she goes. And plus, Dom did not like going down Pearl Road. He liked the.
Why didn't he like going down Pearl Road?
He sold drugs, or at least my understanding is he sold marijuana at this time. And if he got pulled over and he had marijuana on him, he would go to jail.
There's lots of police.
And there's a lot of police, and they sit in the shops all the way up Pearl, and they don't really sit back in that Industrial Parkway. Like I said, it's a cut through. It's a quick cut through, and he always made her go down through that way. Even on her prom, her mom, Christine Russo and Dom made her go down that road. She's even, and I wish my cousin passed away a couple months ago, and he could have attested because he was in the car with us. But but my understanding is we go down that road all the time, and even in the bindover or not the bindover discovery, there's a note in it that says we know it's a known cut through. So the police know it, and they even state it's a known cut through. So for the judge to go, you chose that road and blah blah blah, it doesn't make any sense because the police, the detective, because he said it, knows it's a cut through. I mean, it's crazy. And they knew, and the drugs, and so Dom would have Mackenzie hold the drugs.
How do you know that? How do you know Dom was into that?
Oh my God.
Because my daughter told me.
Yeah.
He told me that he sells marijuana, and friends buy it from him, and I know a lot of.
Yeah.
I know. It's just something that I know.
There's a
after
lot
4
about
years.
his background that didn't.
Oh my God. Yeah, just go ahead and blame it on the weed. Blame it on the weed, guys. Let's go ahead and just blame it on the devil's lettuce. Everything is the devil's lettuce fault. Come on. Really? What's the point? What's the point of bringing this up again? He's throwing shade at the victims. So this is so gross. The lack of accountability, the lack of responsibility. Oh my God. Dom used to make Mackenzie hold the drugs. The drugs, right? He just keeps saying the word over and over again. Oh my God. And then when he's asked, oh, how do you know? Oh, my daughter told me. It's just something that you know. You just know these things. This is just something I've been knowing for the past 4 years. Okay. What do you guys think about this? This is so uh, it's so just I don't even have the word for it. There is no class, right? It's just very classless, very scummy to bring up the victims. Again, victims that can't defend themselves. Dom is not here to defend himself. Whatever Mackenzie told her dad, that is all her, right? That is all hearsay. That is what she told her dad. Again, Dom isn't here to say yes or no, this is true or not. And it's irrelevant to the case. So I think it's just incredibly disrespectful. It's a form of victim blaming, and it is just absurd. I can't believe that he's doing this. Wow. Let's continue.
Come out in Netflix either. I know he has.
Well, I think
He's been in trouble with the law before.
yes,
right?
and that's the reason why he would have me carry mule for him, carry his drugs.
Yeah.
So if they got pulled over, she got in trouble for him, but it would be just a slap on the wrist, basically.
He had a prior charge for assault as well.
I heard something about that. I don't know the full story on it. I think it was some kind of family thing that went on, but I don't.
Any idea why that didn't come out in the Netflix stuff?
I don't know. I don't know why the Netflix people picked what they picked.
Yeah.
Why they edited it the way they edited.
Wow.
I'm not real happy with the way they edited some of the stuff and some of the stuff they picked for me to say. I said what I said in that, and I meant every word that I said. I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was trying to be as honest as I could, but it seemed to be more about me and not about what was happening to my daughter.
Oh,
And
God.
So I mean, like I said, I'm not real happy with how the outcome. But if it wins an Oscar, I guess I get an Oscar. I'm part of an Oscar, so.
No way. Oh, shit. These people are so delusional. Oh, my God. He's like, I don't know why the Netflix people chose the things that they chose, the things that I said. I meant every word that I said, but I don't know why they picked those particular things that I said. Oh, my God. And now he's wanting to get an Oscar. He's like, who knows? Maybe if Netflix gets an Oscar, then I will also get an Oscar. These people are so absolutely delusional. No wonder Mackenzie thinks that she is at, Club Med right now, right? She thinks that she is at a resort for the next 20 years or however long she's in prison for. Oh my God. This is why. Daddy, right? Daddy Steve, he thinks that he's going to get an Oscar because of the things that he said on Netflix. And here we go again, right? He's blaming Netflix. He's saying that they clipped things in a way that made him look, a certain way, even though he later says, oh, but I meant everything I said though. But the way that they edited it, it just makes me look bad. Well, I mean, it's not really, right? I mean, he said the things, the way that it's, being edited is right. It's being edited in that way because it's a documentary, right? Every documentary has its own scope, right? So I think that here he was under the impression that the documentary was more on her side instead of being more neutral. Right, or being more on the side that goes against her. And so I think this is really what he's complaining about right now is that, oh, they were on the side of, they're against Mackenzie. They were actually supposed to favor us a little more. Come on, this is Netflix we're talking about. I mean, let's be so for real right now. It's Netflix. This is what Netflix does. I mean, it's entertainment.
There are a couple of questions that came up since the documentary came out. I think it could have been worse. I watched it over the weekend. But there were a couple questions that had come up. One was, can you tell us a little, I mean, it's such a stupid little thing, your shirt. Can you tell?
Let me ask again. Is this okay? I don't want to trigger anybody in this world that I'm wearing an orange polo. I hope it's not colorblind enough for anybody. The shirt I was wearing is from Drip Drop, which is Crime Circus on YouTube. Crime Circus has been a defender for my daughter. He's made many posts saying she's innocent, and he shows the evidence, and he contradicts people who say, no, she's guilty, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, you have to look at this and this. He was about a month after her trial. His one of his posts showed up with us. Someone sent it to us, and he had found 5 or 6 interviews from the Strongsville Police Department that were not in the discovery, or were not in the discovery that we could find. And we went over everything, and we had access to everything during the bind-over in the trial. There were 5 interviews with Christine Russo, Dom's brother, 2 of Dom's kind of friends, the Flanagans, and Hench. I think it's Hench, because he gets things done. Christopher Martin, the felon that lives in Christine Russo's basement, and he's the one that gave the information or the intent to Mackenzie in her trial. He's the one that stated something that didn't happen, and we've got proof that Mackenzie did not threaten that crash that car that day. But these 5 videos weren't in the discovery, and in all the videos, everyone that's in there says that Mackenzie has a problem passing out or seizes. There was an issue, and they just blew over it. And at some point, during Christine Russo's or the brother's interview, because Christine and the brother were there, and every time the detective asked the brother something, he starts to answer, which seems to be truthful, and then Christine Russo talks over him and answers it for him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, yeah." So at some point, Christine Russo says, "These aren't going to be. No one's going to see these, right?" And the detective goes, "No, I'm not putting them in."
Wow.
So again, that's omittance, and
Yeah.
that seems kind of shady to me.
Well, if there were witnesses that could back up the claim that Kenzie occasionally passed out.
Oh God, here we go again with the claims that she passed out. Oh, it's the pots. It's the pots. He's talking about 5 interviews that weren't in the discovery, and he's saying that those are shady because they weren't in the discovery. Or he says they weren't in the discovery, or at least we didn't see them there, and we looked through everything. So they could actually still be there. They just didn't find them, right? So the guy is definitely just, grasping at straws here, right? He's talking about a YouTube channel. I looked it up real quick. It's called Crime Circus, right? And I mean, the videos here, there's one that says 10 proofs of innocence, right? So maybe this video is the one that he's talking about, right? This one that it proves that Shirilla is innocent. So that's the shirt that he was wearing. So apparently he was wearing a shirt that says drip drop in the Netflix documentary. I haven't watched the documentary. I'm not a Netflix fan, but that's what he's talking about here. So, hey, very similar again to Nicole Kessinger, right? The Chris Watts case, that there seems to be one side of the public that thinks that these people are innocent, and they're the ones creating all of this content that pushes the innocence of one person. But the thing is, you can't really push the innocence of people without throwing the victims under the bus, right? And so I'm getting the same vibes that we do from the Chris Watts case. You can't really push for the innocence of your daughter without throwing shade at the victims, so there's always victim blaming involved when you are actively pushing for the innocence of a murderer, right? It's just, there's no way around it. You can't say that she's innocent, oh, because of pots, because of this and the other thing, and then bring up that Dom was selling drugs. That's just not how you do things. And then say that, oh, Mackenzie was holding the drugs for him. And, you're throwing all this shade, and those things can't even be proven. They weren't brought up in the trial. These are not things that were relevant to the case. And there was a reason for it, right? Because the judge decided to leave it out, right? And so, hey, those are the decisions that were made at trial. And again, this is just something that he doesn't agree with. What do we think about this? I haven't watched the documentary either on Netflix. Yeah. No, it said boom with the beyond shitty. Which was beyond shitty. Really? That's what it said? It said boom. His shirt said boom. And people thought it was very tasteless. Oh my God. Did it? He said that the shirt said drip drop. So it's not drip drop. His shirt said boom? Oh my God. Here, I need to look it up now. Steve Shirilla boom shirt? What the hell? Oh, no way. Oh, is that it? Oh my God. So, okay, guys, it looks like this is a shirt that he was wearing. Boom. So this is what he was wearing. That's why it was tasteless, because it quite literally says boom. So yeah, he's trolling, right? It's almost like a form of trolling. So similar to what Dwayne Kessinger has in the background of his Facebook page. It says Watts, right? So it's kind of like trolling. This is what he's doing. So yeah, tell us more about the boom shirt. Hmm. It is very tasteless. Why would you wear that to a documentary? And then he's complaining. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm not trying to trigger anybody with the shirt that I'm wearing." Yeah, he's wearing prison orange right now. And he expects people not to troll him? Really? Come on. Really? And I think the craziest thing is that they are calling us trolls, right? So they call everyone else trolls, but they don't realize that they were the biggest trolls in life, right? They are the biggest trolls now by the way that they are talking about Mackenzie and the way that they talk about the victims. And they were always trolls from the very beginning. So very, very hypocritical. Yeah, why would you wear that shirt? Exactly. What, you don't want people to talk about you? Then don't wear that shirt. Why would you wear that shirt? Let's continue.
or had these seizures. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think the detective should, you know, have an obligation to look into it. But when he got her, when my understanding is when he got her medical records, he picked up her medical records from the day of the crash forward. He had did nothing about going from the day of the crash back. That's true or false,
Yeah.
but that's my understanding.
Dave. Oh man, that girl is a problem. In the doc, she's all prisoned up with her edges pasted down. And it's so true. It is so true, right? You know, I've only seen clips of the documentary, and it's true, right? She's in prison, but she's got a full bun, right? She's got a full bun on her head. She does have her sides all did up, right? She's looking over at her lawyer. She's like, "Mm, I didn't mean what I did. Is that okay? Yeah, should I say it? Or should I cry a little more? Yeah, I think I should probably cry a little more, huh? Okay. I didn't mean to do it. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have. Are you going to add this in the documentary? Please don't. Please cut this part out. Right? That is so accurate that you said that because she does have the sides pasted down. Yeah, she has, fully done up, right, makeup. She's got the perfect lighting. She's got her lashes did, right, her hair done. Everything is perfect. And then she's constantly looking over at her attorney. Is that okay that I said that or should I back up? Okay, maybe not say that. All right. Yeah, you're so right. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh my god. Yeah, and are we really all that surprised? Look at dad. Look at how many excuses he's making up for her.
People try to
Oh,
make a
sorry. The shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt is Crime Circus's logo, or one of his swag that he sells. The boom is one of his things. So I wore the shirt to say thank you
Nice.
for what he was doing for my daughter, and he's done a lot. And if I see him, I'm going to hug him. That's the first thing I'm going to do. He's been a very good.
He's gonna hug a YouTuber. First thing I see him, I'm gonna hug him. So much he has done for my daughter. He got me this shirt. It says boom. Okay, so he's gonna hug a YouTuber because of the logo that he made? Oh, because of his swag? Okay. Wow. Again, this guy is so delusional, right? He's so delusional. He didn't hug any of the detectives. He didn't hug any of the Russo family. No, he's gonna go hug this YouTuber that makes videos on Shirilla being innocent, right? 10 proofs. 10 proofs of innocence. Yeah. It sounds legit.
Champion for what I feel is misjustice against my daughter and the lack of evidence to support the charges, so that's what that shirt was about. Not me being colorblind to two boys dying, because it's horrible. It was horrible.
He said colorblind. Okay, I like to test these theories many, many times. So I just, I'm on this page right now and I don't want to bring too much attention to the actual channel. I don't really care for it. If you guys want to watch the channel, you guys are more than welcome to watch it. But oh God, I don't know what just happened. What just happened? How do I separate these? Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to bring too much attention to the channel, but I just wanted to check. I just wanted to make sure that what Steve is saying is somewhat accurate. So here, let's go ahead and pull it over to the side. I just want to show you guys. Where's the shirt? I do want to find this Boom sweater that he bought off of, I don't know, is it the store maybe? Okay, so where is it? This one says Crime Circus. This one says Innocent Lives Matter. Okay. This one, okay, Innocent Lives. It's sus to us. Where's the one that says Boom? I really just want to see the one that says Boom. Where is it? Maybe it's all the way at the bottom. You know, it's probably one of the newer ones. Oh, okay, we're out. We ran out of swag. We ran out of product. There isn't anymore. Where is it? It's not here. Where is it? If you guys see it, please let me know. Please stop me, because all I see right now are shirts that say Crime Circus, Innocent Lives Matter, more Crime Circus, which, you know, it's branded, right? It's the brand of the channel. But again, I don't see anything that says Boom. What Steve is claiming that it comes from this channel, and that's why he wore it. So let's go ahead and look it up again. Again, I just like to do this because people need to get fact checked. Okay, let's go ahead and see this again. Let's go ahead and look at the images. So this is what he was actually wearing, right? He's wearing this shirt, and this is not coming from the channel that he just claimed that it was coming from, right? It's not coming from there. This looks like it was made on, I don't know, at the swap meet, maybe. He's wearing this exact t-shirt, and it's coming from Gull Print. So not the channel that he's claiming that, you know, is looking out for his daughter. Oh, I was wearing that shirt because it's actually from that channel. And when I see the guy, I'm going to hug him. He's my bro. What's up? What's up, bro? Yeah, you got this. Like, come on, really? That was a lie. Okay, so that was a lie that he just told.
The shirt is Crime Circus's logo. An obligation to look into it. But when he got her, my understanding is when he got her medical records, he picked up her medical records from the day of the crash forward. He did nothing about going from the day of the crash back. That's true or false,
Yeah.
but that's my understanding.
People try to make
Sorry. The shirt. Yeah. The shirt is Crime Circus's logo,
No, it's
or
not.
one of his swag that he sells.
No, it ain't.
The Boom is one of his things. So I wore the shirt to say thank you for.
It's not, though. It's not. We just looked it up. Nowhere in that channel does the guy actually use Boom as one of his logos. The Boom logo is a generic logo that you can make online. Yeah, so, hey. So we caught the guy in one of the lies, right? We caught him in one of the lies. It's not about the shirt, right? So it does look like he was wearing the shirt to troll people.
What he was doing for my daughter, and he's done a lot. And if I see him, I'm going to hug him. You know, that's the first thing I'm going to do. He's been a very good champion for what I feel is misjustice against my daughter, and the lack of evidence to support the charges. You know, so that's what that shirt was about. Not me being colorblind to two boys dying, because it's horrible. It was horrible. I don't. A day doesn't go by that I don't think about it, and that was one of the toughest things for me to do with this whole thing at the beginning. Was
he also has a lot of, you know, if you've noticed, he's kind of struggling, right, to explain what the shirt was about. He's like closing his eyes a little longer. He's like, I didn't wear it to troll people. No, it's not because I'm colorblind. No, it's not because I'm tone deaf. No, it has nothing to do with that. No. It's because this guy has done so much for my daughter. And when I see him, I'm going to hug him. Yeah. Give a nice, tight hug. Yeah, it has nothing to do with me being a troll. Okay. Well, hey, please send me where you got the shirt. Because again, we just looked it up, and it's not in it's not on the channel store.
how can I be happy that my daughter's alive and breathing? I mean, and the fact that these two boys died, and Dom was part of our family, and however anybody wants to spin it, he went everywhere with our family. He was at Easter, Christmas. He was part of our vacations. He was part of our family. You know, I, I'm sorry the Russos lost a son or a brother or a cousin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the Flanagans lost Davion. There's nothing I can say.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do
Of course not.
to ever change that. I was at the gravesite with Christine and them countless days. I talked to the dad. The dad was in my house, telling Mackenzie he believes her, and blah blah. They thought it was an accident. It's okay, and they did this little pendulum thing, and then after the bind over, it stopped. I don't get it. None of the evidence changed. The black box information was the black box information.
Prosecutors gave them a place to focus their anger.
Well, their story. It was his narrative, and even in one of those drip drop or one of those release videos, the detective saying, "Well, I'm just doing what Troop wants, what Tim wants. I'm just So, we believe this detective on day 3 or 4 already assumed the worst. So that's what the sorry to go back to it. That's what the shirt was. The shirt was a thank you to Crime Circus. Wasn't a me being colorblind or insensitive to anybody, because that's the most idiotic. Because oh my God, why would I do that? That's got to be the dumbest take on a shirt, And again, everyone, it's orange. I'm sorry if it's offensive. I apologize now.
I just assumed. It's.
Huh? Well, dude, you have to explain it. Where is the shirt? Where is it? I don't see it. It's not here. He's still talking about the shirt. The whole time that he's been talking, he's been trying to explain a t-shirt that he supposedly got from this guy's channel, but it's not here. And this is the store. You guys can see that this is the store. This is the store. Okay? And I have not yet seen anything remotely close to the shirt that he was wearing. And he keeps saying, hey, it's not because I was colorblind. It's not because of this. It's not because of the other thing, even though no one asked him, right? He is, again, willingly giving up information that no one asked him about. And he's saying, that is not why I wore that shirt. This is why. Except his explanation seems to be a lie, right? It clearly, to me, it seems to be a lie because it's not here. It's not here. And again, when we look it up, the actual t-shirt that Chris, God, I'm like so obsessed with that case already. The shirt that Steve is wearing is not the one that he's claiming that is on the channel. It is not. It is this one, right? That's the shirt he's wearing. Here, let's go ahead and click around. Okay, it is that one, right? Boom. It's this one right here. It's this one. Oh my God. What? This is the shirt he's wearing, and he's claiming that he got it from a channel to thank the guy. Except you can get it on gullprint.com. Look, you can get it in so many different colors if you want. Here you can get it in. Does it show it? It doesn't show it, does it? Here, you can get it for women. You can get it for youth. You can get it in red, black, cherry, look, heather royal, all kinds of different colors. Look, you can even get a sweater and a hoodie. You can even get a tank top because it's summertime. Get a tank top. You can get it in green for St. Patrick's Day. Don't get pinched, right? So many different colors, yet it's not on the website that he claims that he got it from, and it's not from the guy that he's thanking. Oh, I thank you so much for all the work you're doing for my daughter. Oh, BS. No, what do we think? Like, this is a lie, right? This is a lie. We caught the guy in an absolute lie, blatant. Something that he's trying to explain now for 5 minutes, and it's obviously bullshit. Yeah, he's getting royalties on those sales. Oh my God. Probably. Oh shit. I didn't even think of that. Rox just looked it up. It has been a while, but evidently he had it on his site. It was a while back. What, really? Really? This shirt? This exact shirt? It'd be kind of weird to have this on the site, especially when it's not branded, right? Like, it's just weird. Okay. Hey, if it was on his site, then it was on his site. But again, it's kind of weird If it's on the site, go ahead and send it over to me because why would the guy have that on his website when it's not branded, right? It's not branded. And by branded, I mean, like I wouldn't have that on my channel because it's not branded. I would have something that is, a cat related. I mean, you guys know the brand, right? Rabbit Hole Rocks. I'm not gonna have some, random tree. Like, what does the tree represent for my channel? Nothing, right? So that's why I think it's weird. But anyway, let's continue.
It's a graphic T-shirt. And I know you come from an art background,
Mm-hmm.
graphic design.
Yep, graphic
originally?
design. Yep.
And then you were teaching art.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, what's happened since the documentary came out?
Well, apparently, the diocese had a problem with something I said in there, along with.
Did people contact the
Yes,
diocese?
that's my understanding. There was a website out of Parma, Parma something, and I guess they just called in and made all kind of stupid, baseless accusations, and then the diocese has an obligation to protect the kids, which I understand. But the problem I have with the diocese doing how they did it is they didn't talk to me. They just acted.
Yeah.
When here it is, boom.
So you were teaching for like a Catholic school.
Catholic school, yes.
Yeah. They're saying that because of the drugs or something.
It's something. I mean, in the documentary, we were talking about her.
You didn't have a problem with her.
I don't have. I didn't. As you know, as a parent, I pick my battles. You know, I'm sorry if I find marijuana not that dangerous as I find alcohol or cocaine or whatever. You know, my daughter, beyond what everybody else seems to think or wants to interpret or glean, she seemed mature enough to handle it. I didn't see a issue. It wasn't.
Dude, what? She seemed mature enough to handle it. You have to be 21, don't you? Don't you have to be 21? In the state of Colorado, you have to be 21 to buy weed. Right? They have the same laws as alcohol. You have to be 21 to drink, you have to be 21 to buy weed. Unless you have a medical marijuana card in which you still have to be 18 to be able to buy marijuana. Here he's saying, I thought that my 17-year-old daughter, who is clearly immature, was mature enough to handle her weed. Okay, I get what he's trying to say, right? He's saying I'm picking my battles as a father. I'm just not going to. It's not the hill that I want to die on, and I get it, right? Sure, marijuana is not as dangerous as meth or alcohol. Sure, whatever. But again, right? What kind of parent are you where you're allowing your 17-year-old who isn't legally, at the age where she can smoke? She can't even buy cigarettes yet, but you're allowing her to smoke weed. Isn't that weird? I mean, what kind of parenting is that? Mackenzie, somebody's got to show her something, right? Someone's going to show her responsibility. Like, you can't be 17 and be breaking the law. And then I don't know, what's it like in Ohio? Do we have any I did see earlier we have people in Ohio or from Ohio. Is it legal? Is weed legal in Ohio? I don't even think it's legal, is it? Here, let's go ahead and look it up. Is it legal? Let me see. Is marijuana legal in Ohio? Yes, it's legal for adults 21 and older. Okay, so same, right? So Mackenzie is over here breaking laws, and the dad is so okay with it because he's like, oh, at least she's not doing meth. At least she's not on bath salts, eating people up, gnawing on people's legs. At least she's not chewing on my neighbor's legs. Okay. So that's why he allows her to smoke weed, even though she's not even legally allowed to. Yes, marijuana is legal for adults 21 and older to possess, consume, and purchase in Ohio. You can legally possess up to 2.5 ounces of cannabis flower and up to 12 grams of concentrate. You can legally purchase it, right, at these dispensaries, and you can even home grow it. You can transport it as long as it's not, illegal, as long as you don't have like 20 pounds of weed in your car, right? But again, what kind of dad is okay with their underage child already smoking weed? Where are the consequences to any of her actions? Where is the discipline? And this is what we're talking about, right? Where is the discipline? He's saying that his daughter got into a car accident, yet he lets his 17-year-old daughter smoke weed. What if she was high, right? What if she was high when she crashed into the wall? But he's also saying that she's mature enough to handle her weed. No, she's not. Because by law, it's 21 when you're considered mature enough to handle your weed. And clearly, she was not mature. She's not mature, right? Even to this day, she's in her 20s now, and she's still very clearly immature. So it has nothing to do with maturity. And this is why we have laws in place. Yet, dad doesn't seem, he's like, you know what? Those laws are stupid. They really are. If it were up to me, all of the drugs would be legal, because like whatever, it's not even that serious. As long as my daughter isn't gnawing on my neighbor's ankles, I'm totally okay with it. Wow. Uh, Are we really surprised at what Mackenzie did? Are we really surprised at the way that she acts, right? Are we really surprised that she has not learned her lesson? She doesn't know consequences. Are we surprised that she calls prison her room? Are we really surprised? I'm not. Oh my goodness. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you. Aw, I appreciate you. Oh my God, it's the hot pink. Oh my goodness. Here, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate Eric. The whole Shirilla family is, as we say, Delulu. Yes. Yes, 100%. They are so Delulu. And I did see other super chats. I don't want to miss them, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Tiger, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tiger. Let's celebrate. And I think I saw another one. I'm also seeing Jules here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hold those for the very end. But yeah, isn't that crazy? Anyway, let's continue.
Wasn't causing her to be late for this or not do this or get in an accident. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything that was, and I had other battles I wanted to fight with her, and I taught her right along. I said, look, you can't be driving with it, blah blah blah. Watch with, you can't. You be careful with Dominic. If you get caught, he gets caught. On and not that.
I had to rewind it because he caught himself in such a stupid. It's not even a lie, right? He caught himself saying, "Well, I allowed her to smoke the weed because she hadn't been in a car accident," right? And then he kind of laughs because he's like, "Oh shit, she's in a car accident this time," right? And it's literally what I just asked. What if she was high, right? What if she was smoking while she was driving, which is illegal because you're still driving under the influence of something. It's a DUI, right? It's just as dangerous as driving while under the influence of alcohol. And then he mentions it and he kind of catches himself and he's like, oh shit, I should not have said that. Let's go ahead and listen to that again. Oh, Mary. Thank you so much. Mary Cranberry. Thank you. Aw, you're so sweet. Buy your kitty cat some treats. Aw. Oh my gosh, did I say the T word? Uh-oh. I'm like, oh, I need to watch. I'm like, where are my cats? Okay, they didn't hear it. Oh my God, thank you. Buy your kitty cat some T words. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Let's celebrate. I'm like, oh God, I hope my cats didn't hear it. Because then they're going to be in here scratching my eyeballs out, and then I'm going to have to end the stream. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to that again. The part where he catches himself in the lie, or not the lie. His slippage, right? His leakage. He's leaking.
Dangerous as I find alcohol or cocaine or whatever, my daughter, beyond what everybody else seems to think or wants to interpret or glean, she seemed mature enough to handle it. I didn't see a issue. It wasn't causing her to be late for this or not do this or get in an accident. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything that was, and I
oof, right? As we say everywhere, oof, oof, right? He's like, oh shit, she hasn't gotten in an accident or anything. An accident? Yeah, except for this time. And she killed 2 people. Mm.
Other battles I wanted to fight with her, and I taught her right along. I said, look, you can't be driving with it, blah blah blah. Watch with, you can't. You be careful with Dominic. If you get caught, he gets caught, you get caught. All I can do is teach her and try to make her learn. She's a lot like me.
All I can do is teach her and try to make her learn. Yeah, you teach her by telling her you can't be smoking weed because you're 17. That's how you teach her. You make her learn by taking that shit away from her and saying, no, 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 until you're 21 and you're old enough to figure your shit out and buy it yourself, then you can have it. Until then, it's mine. Right? He's over here saying that he's teaching her these things. I can just try and make her learn. All I can do is lead her to water, but I can't make it drink. Okay. And then he goes ahead and says things like, I told her that she can't drive with it. And then goes ahead and then blames Dom yet again, right? He then brings Dom into the conversation by saying, if you're driving with it, make sure that Dom doesn't get caught with it because he's the one that's overage. You're the one that's underage. Oh, for you, it's just going to be a little slap on the wrist. Just a little slap. Juvie, maybe. It's not that serious. Just don't let them catch him with it, because he's older. Okay. What is up with the shade? He keeps throwing shade at the victims constantly. Constantly. Yet he's saying that he was okay with his daughter smoking the weed, right? Oh, the same weed that this man is selling. Ooh. The big bad wolf. Okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot stand this. I can't. I can't deal with this. And he keeps going too. So we're going to have to keep listening. He does anything for an easy life. Yeah. As a dad, you love her. She's his daughter and not a problem. It's like he doesn't see the two who died. She literally killed two people, not hit a tree and got a DUI. Yeah. But what about the pots though? I mean, that plus weed, are they okay with it? Exactly, right, Helen? Exactly. Are they okay with the fact that she has pots, supposedly, right? She just passes out constantly and then she's also smoking weed. Is that not a concern for him? That she's smoking weed and she passes out? I mean, come on. These are all things that, as a parent, I would think about, especially if she's passing out while she's driving. Why would I allow my child to also then smoke weed? I mean, come on. Let's continue.
When I was little, I needed to do it, experience it to learn it, and don't touch the stove. Steve, don't touch the stove. And I go touch the stove and it got burned. It's who she is. She has to learn for herself and make her own choices. And that's what I was doing. And she was getting older and her and Dom were making a life together. Now, was I greatly happy with the relationship? No.
No.
This toxic has been thrown around a lot. I didn't see the toxic relationship that everybody's saying, oh, it's toxic. This is a toxic relationship. And they argued. I argue with my wife. Everybody argues, okay? From what I knew, it wasn't toxic. They argued. They broke up. He's over the next day with flowers and candy and a stuffed animal. I mean, it was like every couple of months something would happen, and my wife was helping.
And that's why he's father of the year. That's why. So the way that he teaches his children is just by letting them do it. They're like, hey, you know what? I really don't know what happens at 100 miles an hour, but go ahead and try it. Maybe you'll learn something from it. Go ahead. Touch the stove. It is hot, but go ahead and touch it. You're going to learn that it's hot. What? This is how he teaches his children? He has them crash so that they can learn from the crash. He has them smoke drugs so that they can learn from the drugs. He has them touch the hot stove so that they can learn from it. I mean, come on. Oh, wow. And he was a teacher. All right. He was a teacher. He's teaching art. He's teaching art. And then he still complains that he got fired and he wasn't even given a heads up. Oh, diocese, you're not going to let me know first? Oh my God. You know that I'm entitled, right? I'm entitled to being told that I'm about to be fired. Okay. Wow. He wanted a 2-week notice is what the guy wanted. Steve wanted a 2-week notice. "Hey, diocese, if you're going to fire me, at least give me a 2 weeks notice." Give me a 2 weeks notice so that I can go find another job where I can also try and teach my students. How is he teaching his students? What, he's not even giving them paper or pencils? He's like, "Hey, I don't know. Draw me a tree. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Figure it out. Draw it with your forehead. I don't know. Lick your mouth or, lick your fingers and just draw on the wall or something. I don't know. You teach me." I'm only here to observe, is what the guy is doing. Oh my God. This is so nuts. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
Helping them try to fix their relationship. And they were never, ever breaking up. And anybody who says that is lying. And I don't care if it's hurtful. They were not breaking up. They may break up, but they were getting right back together. I was on my daughter all the time. I punished her all the time. Okay, it's not me going, okay, just go, hey, go have a whole time, go smoke dope, have fun, woo, drive your car really
I
fast.
mean, that's what it looks like on the documentary. It looks like a teenage girl who has no supervision, who smokes weed all the time,
Yeah.
who makes her own rules
She-
and lives with her boyfriend.
she-
Like,
she-
how much of that is true? How much?
She stayed with her boyfriend. It was they were talking about moving in, and she was getting close to 18.
He's like, let them say what they want to say. Wow. Even though he just admitted that he lets his 17-year-old underage daughter break the law by smoking weed. And he's like, "Ugh, I know what the documentary looks like. I know. I know that it seems like she's just a 17-year-old girl without supervision. I get it. I get it. But that's not at all what it's like. Let me tell you." Bro, just trust me. Oh my God. Yeah, smoke some weed and draw. Adriana, it's just funny. Yeah, that's how he teaches his class. He just walks in. He's like, "All right, everybody, happy Thursday. Anyone, do you guys have your indica? All right, your hybrid. No sativa today. No, 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 no. Just your indicas and your hybrid. All right. Go ahead and get your pipe out or your bong. Preferably your bong. If you brought your bong, you get an A+ for the day. All right. Yeah, go ahead and smoke that shit and just go ahead and draw whatever the fuck you want to draw. Hell yeah. All right. Anyway, let me know if you guys need help. I'll be in the back smoking a joint." Right? And then the diocese is like, "What the hell are you doing, Steve? You can't teach this way. Not here." All right. This isn't Berkeley. All right. This isn't Stanford University. You can't be teaching that way here. Oh my goodness. Oh, where's Steve teaching? I want that class. Where does this guy teach? Is he at a community college down the street? Please let me know. I want to sign up. Drawing with Steve. Puff, puff, pass. Yes. If you puff and you puff, you'll pass this class. Hey, C's get degrees. Let's continue.
And if I would have hammered her and locked her into a room, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Chain her to the bed? I mean, okay. All I can do is teach her how to survive and live, and she knew if there's a problem, who to
Man.
call. She talked to my wife all the time. If these two kids were going to break up and there was a problem, my wife would already know. We would have known it. Okay. I would have been very happy about it if they broke up. Okay. No boy would ever be good enough for my daughter. That's a father.
Oh my God.
But again,
Steve, shut up. Okay. Just be quiet. Please stop. No boy would ever be good enough for my daughter. That's just, as a dad, it comes standard with being a dad for me to say that no boy is going to be good enough for my daughter. Come on. Is this standard? Is this really standard? Does every parent think that their child is just perfect, right? They are just the absolute most perfect gem on the planet. No one else is good enough for them. I mean, come on, really? When we have this type of mentality, it just leads to toxicity, right? It leads to people like Cindy. It leads to people like Steve and Natalie and the Colemans, right? Chris Coleman's parents. People that just think that other people are not good enough for your children, I mean, that is some narcissistic type of shit, right? It definitely is very narcissistic to think that people are just not good enough for your kid. I mean, come on, really? There are a lot of good people out there. Okay. In this case, it turns out that Mackenzie wasn't good for Dom, right? That's what actually ended up happening. Dom ended up being way too good for her. So, what is the issue here, right? He seems very confused because it ended up being Mackenzie who murdered her boyfriend, not the other way around. So, again, so insane, right? I get Cindy Watts vibes from this guy. Oh my God. Yeah, less is more, Steve. Exactly. Thank you, L Holt. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, less is more. Yeah, just how about you should just zip it, okay? Just be quiet. Stop talking. Let's continue.
He did treat her very well. I didn't see much of the fight. I didn't see the stupid little fights or the arguments or I didn't see it.
One other thing that came out I've been trying to catch up on social media about what people are saying about this. There's one other weird thing that came up that I was hoping that you could explain a little bit. I guess at one point, Kenzie and her mother are caught on tape talking in like what people are calling a different language or like Carney speak.
It's Carney. It's Gypsy speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that something they would do?
It's a family thing. It's a family thing that my wife grew up with.
Can you speak it?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's a Carney thing. My wife spoke it, the family speaks it. It's a family thing. And then when asked, okay, so do you speak it? Oh, no, I don't. I don't. Wow.
It's because they do it so fast. It's
I know how it works now.
to say
You add an extra syllable in with
the is these. I think I'm going to say that right. It's like a pig Latin. You're adding vowels or you're splitting the word with, and it's something the families, my wife's family has done for years. It's nothing. It's like when the gypsies and the carnivals would come around, and they didn't want the locals to hear what they were saying. That's what they would speak.
Yeah.
So my daughter and wife talk that way, and when they don't want to have someone hear what they're talking about, that's what they talk about. It's like having a German person or Japanese out here in America start talking Japanese because they don't, it's a private thing, Mm-hmm. So that's what the speech. It's called.
That is such a stupid analogy that he just came up with. That is such a dumb example. He said, oh, it's just like if a German person or a Japanese person starts speaking their language here in America. Huh? No, it's not. Japanese people are speaking Japanese here in America because they can, because it's their language, it's Japanese. And because the United States is a melting pot of cultures. It's not just a bunch of white people speaking English, right? It is an entire melting pot of cultures. So no, it's not like a German person coming to the US and speaking German. They're speaking German because that's literally their language. Like, hello. What Mackenzie and Natalie are doing, they're speaking Pig Latin, or in this case, Carney, not because that is their native tongue. It is because they're trying to hide what they're actually saying. It is code. They're speaking in code because they don't want other people to hear what people are saying, right? What they are saying. They're talking to each other in code while Mackenzie is in prison. Very, very different from having a Latino person speaking Spanish in California. I mean, hello. I mean, the entire state of California, I mean, the majority of people there are going to speak Spanish, right? It's like going to Hawaii. As someone who was stationed in Hawaii, yeah, you have Hawaiians, right? Native Hawaiians who speak Hawaiian, but also because the island is so close to Japan, there is also a lot of Japanese speakers, right? There's a lot of Japanese people in Japan. And so when you go to Hawaii, it just so happens that a lot of things are actually translated into Japanese. But it's not because, Japanese people are coming to Hawaii and they're like trying to talk code. It is so ignorant, right? He's just so stupid. His analogies are very uncultured, very ignorant. I mean, the guy almost sounds racist to me, but hey, I'm not accusing him of being racist. I don't know if I don't know that he is or not, but the the analogies just sounds incredibly ignorant, very stupid. It was such a very poor example. But again, right, it's I think that the guy is just grasping at straws here, right? He's so desperately trying to take away from the fact that his wife and his child are speaking in code, right? And so he's trying to make it sound like, oh, it's just normal, right? It's just like if somebody just comes over from Norway and they start speaking their language, right? Or somebody comes over from Australia and they start speaking their language. Yeah, Australia, right? Like they still speak English. Steve, like, come on, don't be so stupid. Anyway, let's continue. It's just so dumb. Let's continue.
Carney.
How old was Kenzie when she learned how to do
She was pretty young. I've never heard anyone say it. I'm sorry, I'm smiling. I'm smiling because it's a good memory for me.
Sure.
My wife and my daughters, it's like bees, and during this process, we knew when my daughter was in the juvenile center or over in county, she didn't want people around hearing what we were talking about because there's big ears everywhere, and then someone's going to say something, and we didn't want to give away what we were possibly doing in court or how we were going to try to defend her. So we were trying to be careful what anybody else overheard or who was overhearing her, or I say we, but they were. It's a language they speak together. It's like twins speaking a weird language.
It's not a language, though. Exactly, Tiger. Yeah, like German, Italian, literally any other language. We are in the middle of the World Cup, okay? We're in the middle of the World Cup, and it is happening in North America, Canada, the US, and Mexico. I mean, it's literally like having an entire, I mean, how many countries are playing in the World Cup? 48, right? All 48 countries. We have all kinds of people speaking all kinds of different languages. Again, they're not speaking their language because they're trying to hide a code or they're trying to hide what other, they're trying to just communicate amongst each other without anybody else listening. No, people are here because they're coming from their countries to watch a soccer game and they're going to speak whatever language they speak, right? Wherever country they're from. I mean, come on. You're coming from the Netherlands, right? You're going to speak your language. If you're coming from, Brazil, you're going to speak Portuguese, right? Like, hello, again. It's just so insane. I can't believe he said that. Yeah, he would say Mexican speak Mexican instead of Spanish. Yes. Dave, it's Wheatonese. Yes. Yes, it's Wheatonese. That's what they're speaking. Oh my god, that is so funny. Oh man. Oh, Dave, welcome to our live streams. Welcome to our live streams. You are funny. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you in our chat. That's so funny. The mom and Mackenzie probably talk crap about Steve in the Carney language. Probably. Yeah, probably. He's like, I don't understand what they're saying. And they're both like, can you believe this knucklehead? Yeah, he's high. Yeah, my dad's high, mom. Oh, I know he is. Yeah, I gave him some of that extra indica, just extra punch because I can't stand the guy. Right. And he's probably like, huh? Oh, oh, these two gals, they're just speaking their language. The whole time, he has no idea that his wife and child are just talking shit about him. Probably, right? Who knows? Oh man, I love all the World Cup videos. We have Japanese over here in Dallas. Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying the World Cup, by the way. It's fun. I do like soccer. Anyway, back to the video. We're getting off topic here, but Is it really off topic? He's the one that brought it up, right? He's the one that brought in his uncultured uh ideas of what people that speak other languages. Oh no, I'm monolingual. I assume that people who speak other languages only speak it so that us English speakers don't know what we're saying. Oh my god. Did you hear what they said? I don't know what he's saying. He's speaking Mexican. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
It was not to hide anything nefarious.
Sure.
There's big talk about something she said in the hospital, and if you know the language, she didn't say it.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing.
Yeah, I think they're trying to say
Say she was saying, oh, I was seizing, and that didn't happen. There's no sizu izu. There's no word in that whole conversation about that. Plus, my daughter was just out of. That was the day, that was the day of or the day after, and she was on all kind of pain medication. She broke her femur. She broke her fibula. I think it's the fibula, right?
Yeah.
She broke the fibula, detached tricep, 3 broken ribs, a puncture wound through her knee.
Okay, what does this have to do with her speaking in tongues? All right, what does this have to do with her speaking in code, Carney, to her mom? It has nothing to do with it, right? Again, he's claiming that the reason that they're speaking a different language is not because of anything nefarious. No, it's just the language that they speak. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, if they were native Spanish speakers and they were speaking native Spanish, then yes, right? I would say, yeah, they're only speaking in their native tongue. But no, that's not what they're doing. They're speaking a language that doesn't exist. It is Pig Latin. It is Carney. You add something back, you add something to the end of the word to twist it, right? So that other people don't understand what you're saying. It's basically code, but he's saying it's not nefarious. What if it's not nefarious? Why not speak English, right? Why not speak regular English, not whatever this is? Again, what is this? This is so insane. Yeah, he's always off topic, and I think right. I get the same feeling and the same vibes as Nicole Kessinger, right? When she says something that might be incriminating or that might be contradicting to what she just said, she then goes on a tangent, right? She's like, "Oh, this and that, and oh my god, I'm so hungry, and oh my god, I'm just so thirsty. I'm sleepy. Oh, I haven't slept. Oh my god, my mental health. Where's Hazel? Oh my god, I need to put her on speed dial." Right? She starts going down this whole list of other things that she has going on because she knows that she messed up. It's very similar to what this guy's doing, right? Yeah, they're native carnies. Exactly. Right. They're speaking their native tongue, Pig Latin. Okay. Oh, they're speaking they're spe- Uh, yeah, they're speaking their native tongue, which is Pig Latin. Who is born speaking Pig Latin? That is not a language of that is real. Nobody speaks native Pig Latin. Like, that's so insane. Oh my god. Anyway, it's just oh man, this guy's crazy. Let's continue.
Lacerated liver, lacerated kidney, bumps and bruises all over her face. Both her carotid arteries were damaged. I mean, the kid's lucky to be alive. So she was on, she didn't really know what she was saying. She had just found out what happened with Dom and Davion because we didn't tell her at first. She was in so much pain and we just didn't want to add to that. So
It strikes me too as like every time I think about this, it's a really stupid way to commit suicide if that's what your intent.
God, my God, she was not committing suicide. There's absolutely no base, no evidence, no manifesto, no note, no video, nothing. There's not one iota of evidence.
Time, what do you think happened?
God, okay, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I know the car crashed. I know Davion and Dominic lost their lives. I know my daughter was lucky to be alive. I know she went through I believe she was falsely accused. The charges she was accused of, I'm not completely getting away. She's not completely innocent. She was driving a car, and it should have never left the juvenile court. and it should have been vehicular homicide or reckless vehicular homicide. And I don't think you could even prove
Yeah.
reckless with what evidence is not available
I knew it.
to the prosecutor.
I knew it. This is what the guy wanted. He wanted vehicular manslaughter. That is what he wanted. He didn't like that Mackenzie was charged with premeditated murder. Right? That's see, I knew it. I knew it. That is what he was trying to get at the whole time. Oh, at least just, give her juvie. Right. He's thinking, well, she's 17. She's not even old enough to be tried as an adult. Just send her to juvie, right? It's manslaughter. This was an accident. It's just a little slap on the wrist, kind of like how we do with our daughter, right? That is what he was hoping for. He was hoping that the judge would also give Mackenzie a slap on the wrist, just like they did as parents. Just give her a slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. Oh, it's okay, Mackenzie. Oh, you're smoking weed and you're 12. Oh, that's fine. Slap on the wrist, right? That is what they were hoping for. This is so crazy. It was not an accident. Exactly, Just Josie. Exactly. It was not an accident. It can't be a manslaughter charge when it was clearly not an accident. And yes, it was proven in court that it was premeditated. I'm sorry, Steve. Sorry to tell you, bro. But your daughter is guilty of murder because, hey, she knew what she was doing. And there is no proof of POTS. As many times as they want to repeat it, as many times as they want to say, oh yeah, my daughter speaks Pig Latin, she speaks Dothraki, her native tongue, because she's Dothraki, right? She fights with the Targaryens, right? He's coming up with all kinds of ridiculous excuses. None of those make any sense because, again, she was found guilty of murder. And hey, now she's serving time for exactly what she did. But they're not liking it. They don't like that somebody is holding their daughter accountable for the first time in her life. And I don't think that they like it that another person is doing it as well. Again, this is just my opinion, but I do get that vibe. I get the vibe that, they're very entitled. And so they don't like that other people are punishing their kid. They're like, oh, no, no, no. If anyone's going to punish my kid, it's going to be me, not some other person, right? That, I think, is what's really bothering him. But anyway, you guys let me know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Those young men had their whole lives ahead of him. Yeah, of course. Yeah, ahead of them. Yeah, they were so young. They were in their 20s. They had their whole lives ahead of them. Davion, Davion was the eldest of 3, right? They were adopted. He left behind his younger sisters. It's so sad. It's so tragic. But what's even more tragic is that Mackenzie's family still, they don't hold her accountable. And again, it's no wonder that Mackenzie is the way that she is because look at the parents. They have no idea what holding your child accountable means. They don't know what it's like to actually, show your kid to have, be a responsible adult. Because again, letting her smoke when she's 17. I mean, come on, really. Gotta go, gang. All right, Dave. Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for joining the live stream. Thank you. Yeah, I never learned Pig Latin. Me either. I looked it up and I'm like, what is this? I cannot learn this at all. It's always the innocent that get hurt. Yeah, for such a selfish reason. Exactly. Let's continue.
But I don't know. I think it was I would if I had to give my guess, I think it's a bunch of things. I think it's a perfect storm. I'm pretty good. She was probably coming down there 60, 70 miles an hour. Okay. One theory is something happened to the car. Toyota has a history with that kind of car. It's documented. It's on the internet. I don't know. I don't know how would ever prove it. The black box isn't on. It's not recording any of that because the black box turned on down the road. If something happened to the car and the gas pedal stuck and accelerated, all would be in that car is panic. And then if that car came around that little bend, and it's not a severe bend, it's a manageable bend, and it hit that dip that used to be in the road that the city fixed last year or last summer, that car went flying, and that's what turned on. That's what the black box said. The car went right to left. The car thought it was flipping over. The black box turned on. The side airbags went off. I mean, and again, the black box is nonlinear. It's not a linear recording. It doesn't go on, it's not a constant. Like every micro, yeah, in a nonlinear thing, it's going half second, half second, half second, half second, or microsecond, whatever the timing is. And our car guy said, you can't necessarily say she'd never braked, because it could have happened in between, and mind you, I'm not saying that because there's no proof to that. Why would I? But it could have happened.
Everybody else is saying a lot of things where there's no proof.
Yeah.
What? Either way, okay, she's still going 100 miles an hour. It does not. He's still ignoring the fact that she's going 100. Why is he ignoring that? He's saying that the car flew because there's a dip in the road that the city was supposed to fix, right? Again, he's looking for other people to blame. Let's blame the car. Let's blame Dom. Let's blame the city. Let's blame the dip in the road. What about the fact that she's going 100, though? If there's a dip in the road, I mean, the car is not going to explode if you're going 10 miles an hour or the speed limit, which is 35, right? If there is a pothole, I understand there shouldn't be a pothole there. But if you're going 100, the pothole is the least of your worries. The biggest concern at this point is that you're going 100 miles an hour. So of course you're going to fly if there's a dip in the road because you shouldn't be going 100 miles an hour. That is the whole point. It's the whole point of this whole thing. Why are you going 100? Who cares if there's a dip? There can be a dip. There can be, I don't know, even a speed bump even. It's supposed to be there for a reason. You're not supposed to be going 100 miles an hour. Oh my God. And again, he can't explain it. He says, I can't explain it. I can't explain 100 miles an hour. But regardless, let me just go blame it on something else. It's because there's a dip on the road. Oh, it's because the city was supposed to fix it. And then the car went flying. Our car guy, our car expert said, oh, you know what? Maybe things just happen. Shit just happens. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay. Airbags don't just explode when you're going 10 miles an hour or 35 or 55 or even 70. They explode when you hit something going at a very, very large, high speed, and then you make impact. That is when they explode. They don't explode for no reason. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. This is so absurd. This is so bad. I can't believe he gave this interview. Oh my God. This is some next level entitlement. Oh man. A lot of these people, I see my mom in a lot of these people, especially Cindy Watts. My mom and Cindy are basically the same person. um, but I see a lot of my mom's way of being in this guy too, right? The way that he explains things, the way that he he tries to take away blame by blaming it on other things, right? It's very much like my mom. It's just, I have so much experience with narcissists because I lived with one for a large part of my life. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, sorry. Well, yeah, and especially the prosecutor, and there's more to that if we can get to it eventually. But at the end of that video, the brake lights go on, and their car expert said, "Well, that's a safety feature."
Yeah.
Well, why didn't the brakes go on?
Aren't brakes a safety feature by design?
I think so, but what I'm saying is,
What?
the brake, you could see the brakes clearly
On the video.
on the video. You clearly see them, and his response, "Well, that's a safety feature." Well, why didn't the safety feature work prior?
Yeah.
It hadn't hit anything. It just went across the road. That was right as it went across the road. So why is the safety feature only working right there? So
Why do you think they went so hard against her?
man, well, there's the part where maybe I'll get myself in trouble.
Oh God, what is he gonna say? Before we get into what he's gonna say, oh, that's where I'm gonna get myself in trouble. That's where you're gonna get yourself in trouble, Steve. You've gotten yourself in trouble so many times already. First, by wearing that ridiculous shirt, right? You shouldn't have worn that shirt, right? And now he's trying to backtrack. It's too late now, right? It's way too late. But the other thing is that we're seeing him backpedal. He does that a lot, doesn't he? he backpedals. He says something and he's just like, "Oh, well, you know," and then he tries to downplay it, and then he changes the story or, he stops a sentence, starts another one, very much, just like Nicole Kessinger. But here we go. They're asking him about why he thinks that they went so hard on his daughter. Well, why is it? Is it because she did it on purpose? Duh. And because she killed 2 people, innocent people. Oh my god. Let's continue.
I I think there's some collusion going on. I think it's a fix. I think it's a favor. That last name Russo in this town.
It's like, I was trying to explain that to somebody. Having the last name Russo in Cuyahoga County is like having the last name.
What was her motivation to kill Davion? I don't think she had a motivation to kill him. He just ended up being God, what's the term? He just ended up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Right? I don't think that she was even motivated really to kill. So, okay, this is what I think, okay? Okay, right. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion based on how I've interpreted the evidence and the videos that I've watched on the trial and everything. This is how I see it. So, I think that Mackenzie wasn't at that moment, I don't think that she was clearly thinking about killing people. But her her actions, right? Her actions were so absolutely reckless that they led to the killing of 2 people. But the part that is premeditated that I do agree with is how she conducted herself many times before. So, in a way, she had these temper tantrums that she should have known, hey, you need to stop acting this way because you're going to get somebody killed, right? So, she had a lot of temper tantrums. No one ever really stopped her. She didn't have parents who held her accountable for these things. And so, she continued to behave very recklessly. And she got into fights with Dom constantly. They would break up, get back together, break up, get back together. She was very toxic. Regardless of what he wants to say, the relationship was very toxic. And so the part where I agree with that it is premeditated is in that she wanted to have full control over the relationship. She didn't want Dom to leave her because she would have never allowed anyone to break up with her. And so part of that, I think that in her very immature 17-year-old mind, she was going to have complete control of that relationship one way or another, even if that meant running straight into a wall at 100 miles an hour. I don't think that at that moment she thought, holy shit, we're all going to die. I really do believe that she was having a temper tantrum. Dom probably was already over it, right? He's like, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. You're fucking crazy. You're going to get us killed. And she's like, well, no, the fuck, you're not going to leave me. And then she just drove straight into a wall, which, yes, if that's the case, then yes, it is definitely premeditated because she conducted herself in a way that would lead to death. It wasn't like she just, blew up and, start smacking him or something, which, of course you shouldn't do because it is abuse. So you shouldn't do that. But she went on and did something even crazier, very, very toxic, which is drive at 100 miles an hour. It was very reckless. She knew what she was doing. She knew that even if it didn't kill people, it could, right? It could, definitely could. And she had already threatened to do it before. Right. So it's not, she's not 10 or, even younger than that. She knew that driving into a wall could potentially kill people, and she still did it. But she did it because she's incredibly immature and because no one has ever held her accountable for anything. Right. That's the way that I see it. You guys let me know what you think, though. Again, that is just my opinion based on how I have seen it. Right. And granted, I haven't done a full deep dive on this case like I have with Chris Watts. But just from what I have seen so far, hey, she's still accountable. Someone should have put a stop to her from the very beginning. And yeah, it just so happens that Davion ended up being at the wrong place at the wrong time. He ended up being a passenger. And I think, it just so happened. But I don't think that she, had a motivation to kill him, if that makes any sense. You guys can disagree with me all you want, though. If you guys have different thoughts on that, you guys let me know, right? Or if you know something about Davion that I don't, please, please correct me. But I do believe that I just don't think that she was actively trying to murder Davion or even Dom, right? Other than, wanting to have full control over the relationship, which, in that case, if she wanted to have control of the relationship, if that meant killing him, hey, that's murder, right? That's she probably wanted to do that as well, but I haven't seen anything that shows me that she wanted to kill him. Other than, I will say, other than the fact that she was wearing a seatbelt and he wasn't, right? But again, I don't know, right? You guys let me know what happened there. Was she not wearing a seatbelt and then she put it on? Because if that's the case, right? If she's not wearing a seatbelt and then puts it on, right before she's about to crash, then she knows, right? She knows that not wearing a seatbelt can lead to death. That's why she wore the seatbelt, because she wanted to survive, right? So there's also that aspect to it. And what do we know about that, right? There's also this idea that she wanted to, commit suicide, right? Or, do something of that sort. But it doesn't seem like that's what was happening because she was wearing a seatbelt, right? So there's also that aspect where she wanted to make sure that she was safe and that her passengers weren't. So that's also why it led to premeditated murder, in my opinion. But oh man, it's definitely it's an interesting case though, right? It's really interesting in the way that it was a car crash, so it's more complex than, say, a strangulation or shooting somebody or any of the other true crime cases that we have talked about on this channel. Yeah, what was she wearing? She was wearing her seatbelt. Yeah, she was wearing her seatbelt. How many people have died with a seatbelt on? Oh, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have died. A lot of people have died with their seatbelts on still. Um, yeah, rage took over in the moment. Yeah, exactly, Helen. Right. Yeah, rage took over, which I still don't think it's manslaughter because she acted this way before that. So it wasn't the first time that she snapped, right? She had been doing this forever. So it was just part of who she was or is, right? Mackenzie. She still is the same person. She hasn't changed. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if she can have him, no one will. Exactly, Shelley. Yeah, see, that's the kind of behavior that I'm talking about, right? Like she knew. She knew if I can't have you, no one will. You're not going to leave me or you're not going to break up with me. No, never over my dead body, right? That kind of mentality. That's why she's so dangerous, right? She is exactly where she belongs because she's a dangerous person because she doesn't know consequences. And someone who doesn't feel or know consequences is a very dangerous person, right? I mean, come on. Look at Chris Watts. Anyway, let's continue.
Kennedy in Boston.
Mm-hmm. There might be some truth to that. Like I said, this is a political family, I apologize to the Flanagan family right now. If it was just Davion in the car, she wouldn't be in jail. She would have never left the juvenile court. This has to do with the boy's last name, and the judge saying, "Well, I don't have a blood relationship." Look, I'm not saying she has got a blood relationship. I'm saying she has relationships with the Russo family, and her even saying that in court, just if you're going to believe she doesn't have a relationship, you're fooling yourself.
What?
I'm not saying it's directly with Christine Russo down the road here, but it's with somebody, and
there are many Russos
yes,
in judicial
positions. Mm-hmm.
What did he just say? Wait, what? Did he just say? Did he just say what I think he said? I'm gonna put on the subtitles because what?
Their car experts said, "Well, that's a safety feature."
Yeah.
Well, why did the safety feature work? This town.
It's like I was trying to explain that to somebody. Why do you think they went so hard against her?
Man, well, there's the part where maybe I'll get myself in trouble. I think there's some collusion going on. I think it's a fix.
Collusion?
I think it's a favor. That last name, Russo, in this town,
It's like, I was trying to explain that to somebody. Having the last name Russo in Cuyahoga County is like having the last name Kennedy in Boston.
There might be some truth to that. Like I said, this is a political family, I apologize to the Flanagan family right now. If it was just Davion in the car, she wouldn't be in jail.
What the fuck did he just say? Ah, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. The man, oh my God, the man just said if it just had been Davion, she wouldn't be in jail. And then he says, oh my God, what the? And then he says, oh, this is what's going to get me in trouble. And then he still says it. This is what's going to get me in trouble. Somehow he still says it though. So he still thinks he's okay saying that shit out loud. I want to apologize to the Flanagan family, he says. And then says the thing that he shouldn't have said. Just keep your mouth shut, bro. Just don't even say anything anymore. He's digging himself deeper and deeper. He's like an ostrich. He should be an ostrich, right? He should just shut up and put his face and his whole head in a hole and just be quiet and just call it a day, right? Just light your joint, say bye. Thank you. Thank you for this interview. Light your joint, take everything off, and then just, have a blast by yourself, just smoke yourself a joint and call it a day. But just be quiet at this point. Gobsmacked. Yes, my flabbers are gasted. I can't believe you said this. Oh my God. I can't believe he said this. I am so shocked. I am so shocked. I don't even know what to say. I have things that I want to say. I don't think I can say them though. Holy shit. I can't believe he said that. He says collusion too. There's some type of collusion because of the Russos, because of the Russo name, and they're a political family, he says. So that's why his daughter is in prison. So it's not the fact that she murdered 2 people. It's because of the Russo last name. And if it had just been a Flanagan, oh, what's the name Flanagan? If it had just been a Flanagan, she wouldn't be in prison right now. It's because of the Russo name. Oh, it's because they're very political. Yeah, this is all a collusion. This is fucking batshit crazy. He is so delusional. You guys. Oh my God. Bye, Helen. I'm so. Holy shit, man. Okay, let's continue. Oh my God.
Going on, I think it's a fix. I think it's a favor. That last name Russo in this town.
It's like, I was trying to explain that to somebody. Having the last name Russo in Cuyahoga County is like having the last name Kennedy in Boston.
There might be some truth to that. Like I said, this is a political family, I apologize to the Flanagan family right now. If it was just Davion in the car, she wouldn't be in jail. She would have never left the juvenile court. This has to do with the boy's last name, and the judge saying, "Well, I don't have a blood relationship." Look, I'm not saying she has got a blood relationship. I'm saying she has relationships with the Russo family, and her even saying that in court just if if you're going to believe doesn't have a relationship, is you're fooling yourself. I'm not saying it's directly with Christine Russo down the road here, but it's with somebody, and
there are many Russos
yes,
in judicial
positions. In
Judge
fact,
County and the prosecutor's office.
Yep.
Where's his tinfoil hat at? He's not wearing tinfoil hat. He should have arrived at this little interview with a little tinfoil hat over his 3 little pieces of fur stuck on his head, right? He's like taped them on, right? He just super glued some of the, just dog fur that I was laying around. And he's like, here, let me just super glue some fur to my head. Yeah, instead of doing that, just cover it with a tinfoil hat, bro, because you're just fucking crazy. Like, I can't. I can't believe he said that. That is the grossest thing I've heard anybody say about any victim. To say that it is just so demeaning. It is so disrespectful. It is so fucking tone deaf, right? It is so just absolutely stupid. Oh my God. Dragon Onion, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how are you going to be stupid, racist, and have a lisp? Thank you, Dragon Onion. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, right. The things that he's saying, I mean, yeah, that's right. It's very ignorant. It is so gross to say those things about a victim, right? He's saying that if it had been the other guy, right? It's almost like he doesn't value that life, right? It's like he's claiming that the only reason that his daughter is in prison is because the valuable life was Dom's. That's why. If it had been Davion, right? His life was not as valuable as Dom's life because of his last name. So if it had been the other guy, she would would have never left juvie. I don't even want to keep watching this. This is so gross. I'm done. I'm done. We're gonna finish it, but oh my God, he keeps talking. I can't believe that he keeps talking after that, after what he said. These people don't hear themselves, right? Like when they say things, it's coming out of their mouths, but they don't care. It seems like they're like, "Oh yeah, let me just say this thing. No one's going to stop me. No one's going to think that what I'm saying is completely disrespectful and hurtful to the families of the victims. What is the public going to think about me when I say this out loud?" Yeah, he's calling people trolls, right? He calls everybody a troll that doesn't agree with him, right? So if you don't agree that my daughter is innocent, if you don't agree with me that maybe if it just had been Davion that lost his life and not Dom, then you're a troll. Really? Well, what about him, right? What about the dad of the murder suspect, right? She's not even a suspect; she's a murderer now. What about the dad of a convicted murderer saying insensitive things? He doesn't even think before he speaks. I mean, I guess he did, and he still said it though. I'm like really annoyed right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I know, our live streams, I always want to bring levity to these cases and, laugh at the perpetrators and the families of these stupid perpetrators. But this is just so beyond disrespectful that I don't even know how to make light of it other than calling him Big Bird on crack. I just. See, I don't even want to disrespect Big Bird, right? Because I grew up on Big Bird, right? I grew up on Sesame Street. That is how I learned how to share, right? That is how I learned my alphabet. So I don't want to disrespect Big Bird by calling this guy Big Bird on crack, but mm, it's just so tasteless, right? He's just so ugh. Anyway, this sucks. This sucks, you guys. Oh man. All right, what do you guys think? Let's go ahead and just switch gears here. Take his face off of the screen because I can't stand it anymore. They are defending themselves here, not her. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is he doesn't think it's wrong what he's saying. Exactly. Yeah, look at that face. You froze at the at the best moment in time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he thinks he's a victim. Yeah, her parents are truly disgusting. I feel bad for their daughter. Oh yeah, their other daughter. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, his lawyers are going to be like, you really just can't shut up and sit down. Exactly. I'm not sure if it's happening, but if not, he should be thankful that his families are not suing him. Yeah, for anything. He said a lot of things that were not right. Exactly. Yeah. Definitely saying a lot of things he should have never said out loud. But hey, he thinks he's in the right, which is, that is the craziest thing about this entire interview and Mackenzie and Natalie is that they all think that they are right. It's crazy. It's crazy even with Cindy Watts, right? We keep bringing her back into it because it's again, it's so the same type of narcissism and same entitlement. Um, you know, Cindy somehow thought that writing a book was good, right? She didn't think anything was wrong with that. This is a different level of delusion that is up with these people, right? The narcissism is so severe, is so strong here that their reality is actually very different from the rest of our reality, right? They live in a bubble of their own delusion. And anyone outside of that bubble and outside of that thought process, they are the ones that are trolls, right? They are the delusional ones. It's such a strange way to live. It's very interesting. I will say, um, the part that I'm interested in, right? The psychology of these people, that's what draws me to it, but it's also very just gross, right? It's gross that people like this actually exist and that they don't think that anything that they do is wrong. It's so strange to me. Verbal diarrhea, exactly, Gary. Yes, verbal diarrhea. Oh my goodness, 100% next level diluted. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and not to be racist. See, that's the other thing too, right? Again, I'm giving the family here the benefit of the doubt, right? I don't want to accuse them of, being something that they're not, but the way that they describe one of the victims, that is borderline racist, right? Even if he can defend himself and say no, it has nothing to do with racism. It's not because of this, that, and the other thing. It's because of the last name Russo, right? He can go ahead and say that too, but even that. I mean, even the fact that he said if it had just been this guy and not the other guy, I don't know. Are we really able to ignore the fact that Davion Flanagan was not at all like Dom, right? Right. Dom Russo. He wants to again, he's focusing on the last name here, right? And I think he's doing that again. This is just my opinion, but I think he's doing that because it sounds less bad. It doesn't sound as racist, but it's still really bad. Again, I don't know. I don't want to accuse them of anything, right? I'm not accusing them of being racist, but with the things that he's saying are pretty racist. So, anyway, what do you guys think? You guys let me know what you think. This was a hard one to watch. It started pretty funny and then it ended really bad. It's just brutal to listen to. I cannot. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining this live stream. This was something else. I did not expect it to end this way. Hey, this is what we do here. We watch the videos of different types of people. We hear what they say, and then we go ahead and we roast them. So Steve Shirilla is definitely one of these perfectly roastable people. I mean, look at him. Not only is he wearing an orange jumpsuit shirt to be in solidarity with his murderer daughter, but he's also saying the most wild and inconsiderate and disrespectful things that any person could ever say. So he's definitely deserves an episode on this channel because, hey, he's a clown. So what else can we say? But anyway, guys, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you thought about this interview with Daddy Shirilla. And we are going to continue it next time. We still have an entire half. Somehow, I don't know how this guy continues to talk shit, but he does. Okay, he does. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And yes, before we go, I want to do the fan funding to make sure that I got everybody because I know I was missing some people. Tiger, thank you so much. Eric Isa, thank you. Thank you so much. Mary, thank you so much for the super chat. Dragon Onion, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much for the super chats. And then Tiger, thank you for the jewels. Thank you for the flowers. Oh my God. I love those little jewels. They're so cute. Jenna, thank you. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate you. Linda, Sherry, Carolette, Tiger again. Thank you so much. Dawn, thank you. Thank you. Sherry, Diet Pepsi for me. Oh my God. Someone loves Diet Pepsi. I used to be a huge Pepsi fan. Now it's Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper for me. Linda, thank you so much. Tiger and yeah, Tiger. Thank you so much. I'm like Tiger and Tiger. And Ratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Last minute Jules. Thank you so much, Ratitude. I appreciate you. Aw, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for all of your thoughts, your opinions, and your knowledge on this case. And here, let's go ahead and move this over. And yeah. Thank you guys so much. Take care. I will see you all tomorrow. Friday for our Friday live stream. So take care, and I will see you all next time.